And now, Radio K-Man presents The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Radio K-Man's Business Buzz. Here's your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning. Welcome to another Business Buzz. It's a beautiful Thursday on the outside. It's Thursday, November 9th. The month is just flying. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning right here on Radio K-Man. Thanks to our listeners on Radio K-Man and those of you joining us via the YouTube channel. We're also on Facebook. Thanks to Susan, our producer of The Buzz. She's holding it on this morning, as usual. And thanks to our guest in the studio. This morning we have two segments. We'll be looking at the singing Christmas tree. That's coming right up. And we'll have, on the second segment, right after the 8 o'clock news, weather and traffic, we'll be speaking with the RCIPS. And we normally have them in the studio every second Thursday of the month. But in the meantime, it's 45 days until Christmas. And as you know, in the Cayman Islands, Christmas is, we talk about the birth of Jesus, peace, good tidings, just about everything else. Good food, but Christmas in the Cayman Islands is becoming synonymous with the singing Christmas tree. And this morning in the studio, we're pleased to have Pastor Torrance Bob. He's the chairman of the Singing Christmas Tree Organizing Committee. And alongside him, we have Mr. Jeff Smith. Good morning.
Good morning. Morning.
It's a pleasure to have you both. Pastor Bob, you just had the singing Christmas tree. It feels like it was just yesterday.
Yeah, it was just yesterday, it seems. We did have, though, about a 3-year hiatus because of the COVID-19.
Right.
We have not had it in person. We did have a simulated version of it, but certainly it was not the same. Yeah.
And that was last year.
Yeah,
for
the last 3 years we've had it just simulated, but it was about 3 years ago we had it at the Lion Center. Okay. Yeah, just before the COVID-19.
Right. So this year we're having the entire tree again.
Yes, live and
direct. Okay. Yeah. So let's go back a little bit. How did this get all started? Did you just wake up one morning or Miss Elsa wake up one morning and say, today we're going to have let's go get a singing Christmas tree organized? How did this start out?
Well, we lived in Canada, in Edmonton, and she was involved in the choir there, Central Pentecostal Tabernacle, and they had the singing Christmas tree there in Edmonton in that church. And that's where she first got exposed to the singing tree. And so she always wanted to have the singing Christmas tree. We were in Trinidad, but we were not able to have it there. So when we came to Cayman, she felt, well, this was the time for us to have it. And so
there you go. Yeah. So what year was that? It was the first one?
I believe it was 2011. I stand corrected.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's good to have it back again. I love the singing Christmas tree. I always wonder how you put that stuff together, and I just look at it and I'm always in awe of how it's just standing there. Everybody's in the Christmas tree performing, but we're gonna get more into that. But when is this going to be?
It's going to be 1 week from this coming weekend. It's going to be
18th?
on the 18th and 19th of November.
So that's a Saturday and a Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday at 6 o'clock, and it's free.
Absolutely free.
Yeah.
No, that's the best part. So I know when you started, you used to have it in the yard of in the parking area of the First Assembly Church. So this year, where is it taking place?
It's going to be at the Lion Center. Okay. And for the first 7 years, we had it in the open air. Mm-hmm. And it really worked very well. And that's what the people tend to like, But with the uncertainties and the vagaries of the weather, and we need about 2 weeks clear dry weather because of the tree and getting things ready. Mm-hmm. So this is why we had to go in a sheltered area.
Okay. So do you I've never been to it when you have it at Lion Center. So do you have it on the stage? No,
we erect our own stage on the east of the building. We erect our stage is quite large actually. It's 60 by 32, so that if we were to use their stage, they would not be able to have any other activity. So
Right.
that's why we have ours on a part where they're not generally using, so that we can have our construction, and that takes about the better part of about 2-3 weeks for us
So
to
you've
do
already
that.
started to do this? To
Oh,
build it?
yeah, the stage has already been erected. The tree has already been erected, yeah. So
Oh.
it's just now to put on the final
I
touches
don't
on
get
it.
to see it when I'm driving by.
Well, if it were in the open air, you can,
Right.
but you would have to go in to see that.
Okay,
So that's why we have Mr. Smith here. He has come to do all the finishing touches. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, Mr. Smith, where are you from?
I'm from Austin, Texas.
Oh, you look like you live here.
Oh,
You look comfortable.
I feel like I'm home. We've been here for every performance, so.
Okay, so well, welcome. Is this your first time to Grand Cayman?
No, I've been here every year since it started.
Okay, so,
They have us
Pastor
out
Bob
and that, yes, and
bring
bring
you
us,
in to take
Yeah.
care of
Oh,
that,
yeah.
all the technical stuff.
just to make sure.
Okay. Well, how did you get started with the Christmas tree?
Actually, I acquired the company. The company started actually in about 1976. The actual Christmas tree was the first one that I know of was done in 1933,
Wow.
and by Belhaven College in Jackson, Mississippi, which we have replaced that tree and built a bigger and stronger tree, I think.
Okay. So you've been doing this. Do you just come to the Cayman Islands or and the U.S., or do you go to other Caribbean islands to set theirs up?
We've been to Barbados.
Okay.
I've got trees. We used to spend Christmas in Korea. I've got them in Singapore, Tokyo, all through Canada and United States.
So are you going to spend Christmas with us here?
No, I'll go back. The next week week after Thanksgiving, I have to be in Tupelo, Mississippi.
To put another one up?
Uh-huh.
You're busy.
So yeah, it's a busy time of year, you know.
Yes.
Starting about August when we start building them and getting ready for them to ship out.
So now that you're here with Pastor Bob, Pastor Bob is the chair of the organizing committee. So, Pastor Bob, you'll oversee everything that Jeff does.
Yeah, well, I tend to oversee things, but really and truly, my wife, she is the one who does really all of the work, all of the production, all of the organizing, because right now we have the choir. They've been rehearsing for the last several weeks. As a matter of fact, she has been doing the planning since January. It takes quite a lot of lead time to get things done. So I more do some of the physical work where she does the actual planning of the program. Yeah.
Okay, and you say this is absolutely free of cost.
Well, free to the
To
public.
the public.
Everything has a cost,
That's
Somebody
right.
has to pay
That's
for
right.
it.
Yes, definitely. So you have sponsors for this.
We do have sponsors. We do have several sponsors. The main sponsor this year so far has been the Ministry of Tourism with Mr. Kenneth Bryan.
Okay.
They have really come on board. But of course, because of the big budget, we need a lot of sponsors. And of course, the church really, they pick up the tab for probably half of the tree, yeah.
Okay, wow. Okay, so let's talk about the structure of the singing Christmas tree. How tall is it going to be this year, Jeff?
It'll always be the 24 foot unless we add another tier below it.
Okay.
But we do have one. My tallest tree is in Muskegon, Michigan, which is a high school, and it's 67 foot tall. And I do have one designed to be 75 foot tall.
Do we have
That's
any buildings
going on
that
the beach.
height here? It's not taller than any building here.
So,
Okay.
and they are all structurally. It's a patented engineered structure, so it's not something that was just thrown
Thrown
together and probably 60% of our business is replacing homemade trees. Old trees like Carolina Voices, they gave me their drawing from 1958. I duplicated that tree. I did one in Denver that the students at a high school built it after World War II.
Wow.
And we did that a few years ago, replaced that one.
Well, we feel very privileged to have one here, Pastor Bob.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realize how much money and time and planning. I mean, my tree is nothing compared to what Pastor Bob has to put up with and do. I mean, he makes it sound like, I'm the chairman.
Easy, right? Yeah. Now, what type of safety measures must be taken just to ensure that everybody who's participating in the Christmas tree, that they're safe? What types of lights, and even do we have to wear a special type of clothing while you're in the tree participating? No,
the tree itself has all been, I think as far as safe as we can get it. Mm-hmm. Everything from electricity, it's all triple fused, so if one system fails, another one, we have a backup and a backup. So, and luckily in the 50 years or more we've done the tree, I've never seen an accident or any problem at all.
As a matter of fact, I had a structural engineer come in, and he looked at things, and he was completely satisfied. I mean, he supervises some of the 10-story buildings here, and he looked at it, and he was completely satisfied. It's well designed and very safe.
Do you have to get permission, Pastor Bob, to erect such a structure?
You mean from planning?
Yes.
No. I think at first we checked it out, and because of it's a temporary thing, and of course it was checked out initially, and it's architecturally designed. We're good to go.
Good to go. We're good to go on November 18th and 19th. That's next Saturday and next Sunday. I can't wait. I can't make it on Saturday, but God's willing I'll be there on Sunday. Now, Susan, we're going to take a break? Yes, we're going to take a quick break. We've got to thank our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center and Boxed.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Captain Harris L. Bodden.
CPM 1888 to 1972.
Like most early Caymanians, Captain Harris sought a livelihood on the high seas, completing his years there as a master mariner. In 1926, he retired from sea and, with a young family to provide for, became a police officer. For most of his career, he was the lone law officer on Cayman Brac. During his many years of service, in addition to keeping the peace, Captain Harris served as customs officer, postmaster for the eastern sections of Cayman Brac, bailiff, prison officer and guard, census taker, and lighthouse keeper, in all of which he was ably supported by his wife, Miss Ella Nee Jackson, and their 6 children. In the absence of a police car, he carried out his patrols on a bicycle. During the aftermath of the 1932 hurricane, he distributed overseas donations of food, clothing, and medication, and arranged burials for the dead. Captain Harris was a man of stature who carried himself with authority, yet dispensed justice with kindness, sympathy, and wisdom.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Rotary Central Music Extravaganza tickets are red hot and moving. Somebody's going to win, and why not you? Get your tickets now through Rotary Central members, Rotary Central ticket sellers, online at eventpro.ky, A.L. Thompson's Home Depot, Funky Tangs on Shedden Road, Rotarian Annie Rose Scott next to Rubis in West End, Cayman Brac. Grand prize $40,000, second prize $4,000, and 6 $1,000 prizes. Event day is Saturday, November 25th at Salty's in Grand Harbor, Red Bay. Your $25 ticket can win Rotary Central Music Extravaganza, a major fundraiser taking care of community projects by Rotary Central. Rotary Central, NPO number 232, creating hope in Cayman and the world.
Life can get hectic, but dinner doesn't have to be a hassle. Made with love, Boxed frozen meals are preservative-free and packed with nutrition. From jerk chicken pasta to Caribbean spice pulled pork, we've got your taste buds covered. Boxed cares about your family and the environment. Our trays and sleeves are compostable and recyclable. With Boxed, dinner is ready in a flash. Just heat from frozen in the oven or microwave for a delicious home-cooked meal. Find our meals and desserts at your local supermarket or order through the Bento app for convenient delivery. Boxed. From our kitchen to yours.
Homeowners, protecting your family and property is crucial during the season, and you should always assess insurance needs long before a storm makes landfall. Most insurers won't issue new policies or increases when a storm is imminent. Cayman Insurance Center's team of professionals can help owners like you find the most comprehensive coverage and competitive rates. Call the insurance professionals at Cayman Insurance Center 949-4657 or email info@cic.com.ky. Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call Cayman Insurance Center's insurance professionals today at 949-4657.
Time to text the group chat. Direct flights from Grand Cayman to Barbados are officially here. Starting October 18th, you can now plan your Barbados getaway or family reunion with a non-stop flight via Cayman Airways. Weekly flights starting October 18th and twice weekly flights on Tuesdays and Thursdays begin November 7th, 2023. To book your flight today, call Cayman Airways Reservations at 1-800-422-9626 or book online at caymanairways.com. So pack your bags and get ready. Barbados is now closer than ever.
89.9 Radio Cayman helps you to weather the storm during this hurricane season.
One of the most crucial elements of hurricane preparedness is storm awareness. During the season, it is of utmost importance to pay attention to the latest local weather forecast, as hurricanes do not suddenly form or strike. There are various methods of advanced notification. Utilizing such may be the difference between a favorable outcome and disaster. Both television and radio serve as excellent mediums with up-to-the-minute storm path information in the wake of a hurricane. Another method of tracking a hurricane may be only arm's length away. Your smartphone or tablet can be your most valuable tool before, during, and after a storm, providing countless numbers of apps with crucial hurricane information. Many apps allow you to track storms with moving radar and satellite imagery, plus offer alerts, current conditions, forecasts, advisories, and even video.
This hurricane preparedness tip was brought to you by your community radio station, Radio Cayman 89.9 FM.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. If you're just joining us, good morning. It's a pleasure to have you joining us this morning. In the studio, we're joined by Pastor Torrance Bob of First Assemblies God Church. We all know Pastor Bob. He's man about town. He's the chairman of the Singing Christmas Tree Organizing Committee, and we have alongside him Mr. Jeff Smith. And Jeff is visiting because he has to be here to supervise the Singing Christmas Tree. Singing Christmas Tree, we are privileged to have the Singing Christmas Tree here in the Cayman Islands. So, Pastor Bob, who are some of the entertainers that are coming in?
Okay, we have 4 persons who are coming in. And they're coming in as music ministers, if you will. We have Reba Rambo. We have Jillian Cicheran. We have Reba's daughter, Destiny McGuire. And then we have Ainsley Blair. Those are the 4 persons coming in. And then we have Pastor Ferdinand Nichols.
Yeah, Pastor Ferdy.
Yes.
Okay. So, Pastor Bob, what time do we start the Singing Christmas Tree on Saturday the 18th?
Yeah, Saturday 18th and 19th. Both nights we start at 6 p.m.
6 until?
6 approximately till probably 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
And both nights, we start at 6, you say?
Correct. Start at 6 o'clock.
Okay. So this is going to be exciting. So what's on the program besides your guest artists? You have...
Well, we have several other items. As a matter of fact, the main production really has to do with the Singing Christmas Tree Choir. We have about 70 persons in the choir. Yes, we have
and
about...
they'll be in the tree.
Actually, in the tree.
In the tree.
Okay, so we have probably about 10 different churches in the community represented, and then we have, of course, several different children's groups. We have the Church of God Children's Choir. We have First Assembly of God Children's Choir. We have the University College of the Cayman Islands. We have the dance group. We have the Center Point dance group. We have the First Assembly of God dance group. We have the Jubilati orchestra, those young people. And we have several other local performers.
Pastor Bob, I'm not going home at 9 o'clock. I won't be going home at 9. But that's great. I mean, because we won't have this for another year, right? So
that's correct.
Why not enjoy it while we have it? We don't get this every month or every weekend. So,
well, I think it's an opportunity as well for a lot of the local people, and I use this guardedly to showcase their talents, but they get an opportunity to use their skills, their talents, to glorify God. Whatever we do, we should do it to glorify God. I mean, we are celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. I mean, God becoming man so that man would know God. Why shouldn't we give our best for this?
That's right. Now, Pastor Bob, what's the real purpose of the Christmas tree as we are at this point?
I'm glad you asked the question. We believe the message of the angels to the shepherds. I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is Christ the Lord. And through the centuries, mankind has grappled with this issue of sin and wrong and death and eternity. But the message of the Singing Christmas Tree is that we can have our sins forgiven when we ask Jesus Christ, who came into the world about 2,000 years ago and died on the cross for our sins. If we ask him to come into our hearts, forgive our sins, and we can spend eternity with God. That is the message.
All right. Now, Jeff, what's your message for the people of the Cayman Islands as you're here?
Well, I hope that people, for one, enjoy it, and they get the joy out of the Christmas tree. But the meaning of the Christmas tree is a prop, if you would, and brings the people in to hear Pastor Bob. And hopefully we save a few.
I like how you put that, a prop, to bring the people in.
It
Pastor
is.
Bob,
I mean,
you use
really.
that on Sunday for church.
That's interesting.
That'll be your lead into your messages.
That's
I mean, a
interesting.
tree is a tree. It's not, and it's really up to Pastor Bob to give the message to the people.
Of course, the message really is in song. It's in drama. Right. It's in dance, and it's and that's what really attracts the people. I mean, it's a Broadway type production, but we're not just focusing on that. We are focusing on the message. So people, they see the message in different ways. They hear the message in different ways. The message, Christ has come. As a matter of fact, I think that is probably the opening song by the choir. Christ has come, and that is the message.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't need any props for that one. No, Pastor Bob, it must cost quite a lot to put this all together every time that you do it. I'm not going to ask you how much it costs, but are you still open for contributions or donations and and help.
Yes, we are certainly still open for it. We probably only have about 50% of the budget so far.
Okay.
Yeah,
50%.
for the tree. Yeah, just about
Okay.
50%. So we are still very, very much open for whatever contributions people can make to the Singing Christmas Tree. And they can call 945-2182 and if they want to contribute.
That's 945
2182.
2182. And is that the church?
That's at the church, yes.
First Assembly of God. Now, before I let you both go, because I know you have things to do, you have that tree to complete before the 18th. How long did you say this normally takes to put together, Pastor Bob?
Well, the actual construction takes about 3 weeks.
3 weeks, right.
That has to do with the building of bringing the container on site, the building of the stage, the building of the tree, the decorating of the tree. But the choir itself, they've been practicing for the last, since the beginning of August. The choir has been practicing. And my wife, Sister Bob, she has been putting the program together for the last several months. Yeah.
Wow. So I'm pretty sure as soon as you wrap this up and put it in the container, you'll be thinking about next year.
Well, she plans way ahead of time. It's important for her because, you have to contact the different artists and the ones coming in and have to get the site cleared and all of these things. Even songs that are copyrighted, we have to make sure that, we get clearance for those things.
Okay. Yeah. So Cayman Islands, listen up. The Singing Christmas Tree. This is absolutely free admission. You don't have to dig deep into your pocket to come and come out and have an amazing night. Just come on out and support this awesome project. I call it a project that Pastor Bob and the rest of the crew have put together. Oh, Mike, we're almost out of time, Susan. Can we get another hour? Susan says 2 minutes. Okay, we're going to work with 2 minutes. Pastor Bob, let me start with Jeff. Jeff, would you like to leave with us this morning?
Well, I hope that we have a blessed Christmas and that it's a very cheerful one. And we appreciate especially what we've put up with the COVID the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. And it's time to start anew.
Yes. Well, thank you. And you have yourself a wonderful and blessed Christmas. And God's willing, we'll see you next year.
Yes.
Same time, same place.
I hope so.
Okay. Pastor Bob?
Yes, I'd want to thank you so much for hosting us. And we'd like to thank the Ministry of Tourism for assisting us with some sponsorship. And we really want to thank the Cayman community for the way that they have continued to receive the Singing Christmas Tree. And we know that it is going to be a real blessing because we are sharing the message that God has come into the world in the person of Jesus Christ, and we can experience him.
Amen. Thank you for that, Pastor Bob. And we look forward to the Singing Christmas Tree come November 18th, 19th. That's next Saturday, next Sunday, starting from 6 o'clock in the evening. You don't have to dress up, but if you want to dress up, you can do so, right, Pastor Bob?
Yes, you come as
in your
you
Christmas
are.
outfit, or come as you are. Well, come dressed. Just come dressed, not as you are. And we will really appreciate all the entertainment that'll be there for us. And Pastor Bob, if I don't see you too, you have a blessed Christmas, and we really appreciate you coming in the program and talking about this. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center. Cayman Insurance Center celebrating 45 years of service to Cayman, and thanks to Box Cayman from our kitchen to yours. Also thanks to all our listeners, YouTube viewers, and of course our producer of the show, Miss Susan Watson. We'll be back on Tuesday, November 14th. We just had a cancellation by the RCIPS. So this is it for today. We'll see you, God's willing, on Tuesday, November 14th. In the meantime, please stay safe and have a wonderful day. From me, your host, Anita Can. Goodbye.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services.
And Boxed. Email sales@box.ky to place your holiday in a box order.
This holiday season, enjoy a hassle-free feast with your whole family with a holiday in a box. A complete holiday dinner that easily serves 8 to 10 people. Prepared by executive chefs, canopies, carved turkey and ham, sides, and 2 desserts. No shopping, no food prep, and no kitchen cleanup. Simply pop the dishes in the oven, and within 60 minutes, your holiday feast is ready to be savored. Pre-orders are now open. Only $175, serving 8 to 10 people. Placing your holiday in a box order is easy. Simply visit boxed.ky. That's boxed.ky.
Homeowners, protecting your family and property is crucial during the season, and you should always assess insurance needs long before a storm makes landfall. Most insurers won't issue new policies or increases when a storm is imminent. Cayman Insurance Center's team of professionals can help owners like you find the most comprehensive coverage and competitive rates. Call the insurance professionals at Cayman Insurance Center 949-4657 or email info@cic.com.ky. Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call Cayman Insurance Center's insurance professionals today at 949